Welcome to another episode of Fake Spellcasters. We expose the truth. In this episode, I want to talk about something that happened way back several years ago when a popular movie came out that got people obsessed for Googling for the magic. And the answer is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. That came out in 2009. And around that year, a bunch of sites came up, 80 plus sites, okay, for voodoo, witchcraft, psychic, palm reading, you name it, it's there. And it was ran apparently by one person. And this person was so smart that they would create a bunch of review sites saying, oh, this person was so smart that he created a bunch of review sites, oh, the best spellcasting sites, the worst spellcasting sites. Meanwhile, people are looking at it, Googling it, Yahooing it, AltaVista it, if that was still around, and thinking, oh my gosh, this must be real because a bunch of these sites say it's real. But then Ripoff Report came out and many other sites came out and people started investigating, realizing, crap, I just lost thousands of dollars or $200 or $50. Meanwhile, this one person who owned 80 plus sites was making a lot of money. He was a Donald Trump of fake magic sites. One of the sites is called lovespellsmagic.com. Sadly, it's still there, but it says free magic love spells and review of online spellcasters by Megan. I have been a big believer in love spells ever since I was 13. Had a crush on a boy in my middle school. He didn't know me, so I tried to make him love me by using some powerful love spells I found in an old witchcraft book. It didn't work, but since then I've tried to cast many other love spells that I have found in books, free love spells I found online, and from professional spell workers who I paid to cast spells for me. Some of these have been successful, while others have not worked at all. Does that sound familiar when you look at various websites? One big scam site that was beautifully done that I made a review on was called spellshelp.com. This guy or girl or whoever it is made a beautiful, elaborate site. And the site was believable. It had beautiful YouTube videos. It actually suckered you in if you think about it. Because also on the site there was free spells. But they were trying to sell the talismans or these amulets for $700, $800. So when you contact the spellcaster Maxim, he would say, okay, I'll cast a bunch of spells. Only if you pay about $900, $800, $700. And when you're desperate, you want to believe it to work, you'll pay, right? But that's the thing. Magic comes with a price. So we go to here, lovespellsmagic.com. Start again. So we're at lovespellsmagic.com and a bunch of reviews. And you scroll down, you see Kyra Metals. I made a review about this in another video, how this was a huge scam site. Grace from yourwitch.com. And yourwitch.com looks like that. Some cheapy site. Okay. Next one was castaspell.com. We did a review on that. Very similar to the, it's actually the same video as Cast a Spell and Kyra Meadows. Then you have CAA. Then you have CAA, California Astrology Association. It's very well known. People go to it. It's the site. And I've been to it a few times. And you see this one, Andrika the Witch, Blazing Fast Spells, Triple Cast Spells. It's all there. All scams. But again, people are desperate. They will try anything. And so, we had looked at lovespellsmagic.com, Chiron Metals, Cast a Spell, and someone exposed it. And I'm going to read this to you. And this is from, 10 plus years ago. But unfortunately, these sites still exist. Megan is a fake witch from love-spells-magic.com. Trey Dorn dreamt up while he was having a bath. He then created a fake review website to promote chirometals.com, castaspell.com, yourwitch.com, and as well as 90 other scams under his hat. So I'm just going to scroll down slowly. Majority of these sites do not exist anymore, but unfortunately some of those still exist, such as castrology.com. So some of these sites don't exist anymore because this guy was caught. Once it was exposed, that's a huge deal. But as time went on, these websites sort of fell down the rabbit hole. So these sites, Cast a Spell, Chiron Metals, yourwitch.com, still exist, and people are paying for it. And a lot of people don't do their research. But this comes into another link I found that I'd like to talk about, and this is from 2009. The site love-spell.com no longer exists. Stop. Okay. So the site no longer exists. Or less modified 2016. So the site, it's still the person owns it, I guess, but it no longer exists. And it talks about in 2009, and on Google, on one of the one of the links I found that led me to this said they said, we're not sure when this will be taken down. This may stay up. I don't know, but we need to spread the word. And this is something I'm going to read to you, the first paragraph. Sadly, it has been drawn to my attention that a group of scammers are operating a massive network on the internet, spellcasting website scams. They have as many 90 websites. Some of my sources quote 100 or more. For the last 10 years, fake witches have been offering love spell casting service via the internet. Until now. Today, every other spell casting website on the internet is one of theirs and fake, capital F-A-K-E. They employ fake witches to chat to you on the phone, use models on their websites. In fact, they use every trick in the book. This webpage will expose them and their new websites appear. They will be added to the list below. Scams cannot sue me for being honest. Which is true. Because what happens is when you expose, like my YouTube page, exposing scammers, they will send you threatening emails. Oh, I will sue you, telling the truth. They can't do anything. I had one threaten me not that long ago. And, they were so fake. And they were saying, I will cast a spell and suck your energy away. And I'm thinking, okay, go ahead. Nothing happened. The next paragraph says, firstly, there are some real and genuine witches on the internet. But unfortunately, scammers have spent, in some cases, up to 5 years posting X is a fake. And be happy with your witch until you stumble across some very upsetting reports. Your heart starts beating fast as you realize you have been a victim of a scam. Your witch has conned lots of people in pain. Lists of victims claiming they were scammed as before your very own eyes on the computer screen. In actual fact, you haven't been scammed. Your witch is genuine. But he or she has been the victim of scammers in one of their late campaigns, which most witches are, at one time or another. Therefore, the scammers are taking over the spellcasting industry. Every other spellcasting website is theirs. And it says, back in the day, Yahoo says search results for love spells. Andreka and powerful-love-spells.com are the two of the scammers' websites. They look very different. Different people will reply to you. But nevertheless, they are part of the same massive scam. With 80 websites, they have many people working for them, but no real witch or psychic would work for them, of course. Only lowlifes after British pounds and American dollars being spent. Um, Andreka is, I see that a lot. It comes up on Google and still talked about. So you scroll down and it says, now over to Google UK, 6 AdWords and talk about AdWords. AdWords is so easy to use. I had a website and you could get Google AdWords if you had a legit business. My website was purely, it was about couponing and no longer exists. And AdWords at first would not accept me. Then later on, they're like, hey, by the way, you can be part of the AdWords network. I'm like, nah, no, thank you. And talks about the AdWords scams. And talks about different websites. And some of them still exist, some do not. And they're just saying this person, this scam network, I mean, it's crazy. Look at that. Castrology. Andreka, again, who advertised on Yahoo, isfellsmasters.com, redirects to that Calastrology page. And Madam Faith Webb is probably her oldest. I wonder if that still exists. We'll check it out. So we're checking out that Madam Faith Webb page, or madam.faithweb.com. And the website is still owned by that person, but it the content's been down. And so it looks like this website's been around since 2001. And I am known simply as Madam, and I've helped many people like yourself. I have 22 years experience in the ancient arts of witchcraft and voodoo. You know, it's just bullshit. It is. It's like they are drinking alcohol at 3 a.m. in the morning, watching infomercials, and think, gee, I should start these scam websites. I'll make a lot of money. So, unfortunately, it's sad that these sites are existing and how it starts. They make money, make it buy more domains, and make it better. So, yeah, it was down in 2016, it looks like. Of course, as the site grew, oh, you got a fake website, Instant Spells by Madame. Now, by the way, I just want to point out, if you see something like doctor in front of them, like for spellcasters, obviously it's a scam. Madame Anna is a Haitian voodoo ritual worker, 22 years experience in witchcraft. But you notice that changed. That totally changed. So, and obviously it's the fake picture. I've seen this picture on other websites out there. So going back to this, this is Powerful Love Spell. Okay, going back to there, so list of scams. These are just some from 2009. So lists have changed slightly. There's a ton more, a ton less. But you see, some still exist, like this exists. And so as you go through the list, you see there's a ton of them. Now, disclaimer, it says, remember, no real psychic or witch will work for them, or if they do, they cannot be very talented and only have their bank account on their mind. Just because a website isn't listed here doesn't mean it is real. Be on your guard, watch carefully, and you'll find some real gems. Good luck. And I just want to show this to you. This is what it looks like. And there's a story about this that goes into it. All right, so moving on. So this guy Tradorn, I have no idea who he is, but apparently he's a faker or he writes articles or something. But he exposed a huge scammer. And this chick owned several websites on there. And as the site was exposed, it turned out to be some college student. Smart, making money, right? And so Fast Spells was their main website, and it got shut down the site got shut down after she was exposed. That's how much it's worth today. I wouldn't pay for it. I hope you don't, and please don't start scam sites. But I was curious about it. Been around since 2008. That's what it was. And apparently the story was this was a model. Either this was her selfie or this was some model taken off a Russian dating website. So it's really, really sad. Fastspells.com since 1981. I mean, come on, that's the biggest bullshit ever. Even though it's from 2008, think about it. Since 1981, they didn't have websites back then. And you would be able to find information in the white pages or on Google back then if there was an address, but there wasn't. So yeah, it's very sad. And her other site, ratethecaster.com, looked like this, which they owned all these sites. Yeah, think about it, they probably spend about $200 to $300 on 80 plus sites. Made it back in a day probably. So yeah, I just want to say, be careful. Trust your gut. If it's too good to be true, then it probably is. In order for the, I know you want to make magic happen, and magic is real. Magic is energy, and it's how you manifest it.